Now, when the D'Entremont family moved into their dream home in Windsor 2 months ago, this is not what they expected. We have some video here. It shows, this video taken by Janvier D'Entremont as her cleanup crew shifts through the mess. Her basement was flooded, her sewage system backed up. And while Environment Canada says the weather system is finally starting to weaken, there is still more rain in the forecast for this weekend. Well, Trevor D'Entremont is Genevieve's husband, who is busy at work cleaning up today. We've reached him at his home in Windsor. Trevor, hello, it's Michael and Toronto, and I'll see Genevieve is with you as well. Thank you for joining us, you two.
Hi there, Michael.
Trevor, let's begin with you. You know, it's been horrible, the images that we've been seeing, and seeing homes literally destroyed by rising waters in the basement. What happened to your home? How did you discover it?
So basically, on Thursday around 7 o'clock in the morning, my wife was getting ready to go to work, and I noticed it was raining heavily. So of course, I decided to have a look at my sump pump. I discovered the sump pump was functioning effectively. The weeping towel was filling up the pump, and it was evacuating from the home. Everything seemed to be going well. However, the rain itself was just far too powerful for, I believe, the sewer system to keep up with the actual flow of water. Approximately around 8 o'clock in the morning, roughly, I did notice that there was some water and sewage coming from a drain inside my furnace room. Once I discovered that, of course, I started frantically trying to bucket the water back into the sump pump, but of course I just could not keep up with the battle. I then, of course, decided to start working on saving all of my belongings, basically all the things of value in the basement. So, of course, I started scrambling and tried to remove those items. Of course, I did have a friend from work that came by to help out, so we were able to try to keep that water at bay, and he helped me remove the items from the basement, but we just could not keep up with the rain.
Well, it's horrible. We keep seeing these images of just how much water fell on Windsor in a short amount of time. Genevieve, as we said, you just moved into this home a couple of months ago. You've been busy making it not just a house, but into your home. How did you feel seeing the water flood into your basement?
Oh my God, it was really heartbreaking. I just finished my beautiful dream office that I always wanted to have, and almost 2 weeks ago, and now it's down to nothing. We lost everything. Now what you see downstairs is 0 floor and only half of walls. All the furniture completely gone. It's all gone. And my wedding dresses and all the clothes, and it's gone.
Sadly, I couldn't save her wedding dress. I tried, but it was too long.
Oh, that is heartbreaking. And Genevieve, we're looking at the video that you shot right now, and we can see the damage and what was done to your basement. And you're wearing a mask as you're shooting this video. Tell us why you were wearing that mask.
Like Trevor said, the water that came out, most of the water came out of the shower and the toilet. It really smelled really bad down there, and also, it's not too good for your health, so it was unbearable. I had to wear a mask for my health and for the smell. My God, it's horrible down there, horrible. I have animals, so we had cat litter all over the basement, cat food, plus everything that came up from the sewage. It was very brown water, like you saw in the other video I posted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'll ask this to both of you, and I don't know who feels comfortable answering it, but you're also parents of a young child. How is your child holding up?
Well, I did not know how to announce to my 3.5-year-old little girl that all of her toys are gone. And I did not want to bring her downstairs to sort of explain to her, because that's what you could see was all of her toys floating around. So I kind of explained the best that I could that, sometimes it rains so much that the water comes in the home, and now we're going to have to go shop for some new toys.
And what's the hardest part, Trevor, seeing what's happened to the house or having to explain this to your little girl?
I think the explaining to my daughter was probably the worst. Honestly, throughout the day that I was trying to clean up the basements and trying to get all the valuables out of the basement, I tried to grab some of her toys as well. But of course, a lot of her toys were in bins and storage things on the floor. So of course, the water overtook them quite quickly. And I think once the water was stopped rising, and I noticed that it started to recede. That's of course when things really started to strike home. And seeing her doll floating in the water, the really brown water.
Yeah.
I could use other words, but I will not. It was hurtful. It really broke my heart. Because of course, being in the military, I've developed, and gone and done some incredible things overseas, and I've seen lots of traumatic events. And honestly, it's stuff that I really did not want my daughter to go through. And it's a traumatic thing for her. And I really hope to shield her from those type of things. And this is something that we just simply could not.
Now, you mentioned the fact that you're part of the military, and we should note that you two just moved to Windsor from Petawawa. Your friends in Petawawa have now set up a GoFundMe page to help you recover from all this. Do you have any idea how long it's going to take before things, quote unquote, get back to normal once things are cleaned up and you restore that basement? Have you put your thought to that at all?
I've tried to think about it, but it's really too early to tell now. The steps really in the process, of course, now we've done the destruction today. We've got some fans downstairs, some dehumidifiers to clean up the area. Really, once the actual area is dry, at that point we can go ahead and do some disinfecting of the basement, to prevent from mold and some E. coli bacteria that could have potentially entered into the home. Once that's done, of course, and checking the furnace, to us, I think the furnace and the hot water tank are probably the worst things for us, because of course those are much more expensive than most things in the basement. So those things are going to be our priority to work on. However, before that, we're going to contact the town. From the mayor, we did notice a program that the city of Windsor actually offers for helping out with installing backwater valves and helping out with some drains in the basement. So there's a subsidy program that we're going to try to tap into. And prevent the problem from the future. So really, your question in short, essentially, we're not quite sure yet, but the first step is, of course, to really get that basement livable. And at that point, it's we have to figure out how to put it back together again. So if it takes years, it takes years,
Well, listen, we wish you well. We're so sorry we run out of time. But Trevor, Genevieve, thank you for the time. We wish you well. We hope things get back to normal as quickly as possible.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the call. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And that's Trevor D'Entremont, his wife Janvier D'Entremont in Windsor, Ontario.